Hey everyone, it's Stephanie from Stephanie Reviews, and today I'm kind of bringing a somewhat casual video today where I just talk about the Criterions I own. Now keep in mind, I do have a lot of Criterions and I do have a lot of them that I have not seen yet, but I will definitely go through the ones that I have first and that I have seen first, and then just real quickly show the ones that I still have yet to see. My excuse for not seeing the ones I haven't seen is because of school and because majority of them are foreign films, and it's very hard to watch foreign films while doing schoolwork. So before I get started on that, I real quickly wanted to briefly just mention, just because I've been reading it and I've been really loving it, Tokyo Ghost. It's a graphic novel. I recommend it to anyone. It's really, really cool. If any of you guys have a comic book store or bookstore nearby you and you see it, I believe that the regular price for it is around $10. Really recommend it. I'm midway through it and I absolutely love it. Alright, so let's get started. Let's see. I have everything just like thrown on this side of my bed, so you're gonna hear some like rustling sounds and stuff, but I'm just gonna choose the ones that I have seen first and talk about them for a little bit, and maybe do like my top. I have more than 10 that I've seen, obviously, so maybe do like my top 3 favorites towards the end. So the first one I have here is Eclipse by Michelangelo Antonioni. This film I enjoyed. I did think it was a little bit slow, but I liked that it wasn't your conventional love story. This one's falling out. I have the trilogy, where it's 3 films by Roberto Rossellini starring Ingrid Bergman. Love Ingrid Bergman, famous of course from Casablanca. I have not seen all 3 films in here, but I did see Journey to Italy, and I did do a review on that. Journey to Italy, I thought it was very good. If you check out my Instagram, you can see my review on it. And I did also do a review for Eclipse, but I definitely think I'm going to redo that one, since that was probably one of my first reviews, and it's a little short, so I'll probably redo that in the near future. But as of right now, I've only seen Journey to Italy. I still need to watch Europe 51 and Stromboli. So then, On the Waterfront, love Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando is probably my favorite actor. This is one of my favorite performances of him in here. I think I loved him in Godfather, but I think Godfather, his performance there is a little bit overrated. Sorry for any Brando fans out there who praise Godfather. I love Godfather, don't get me wrong, but I do think On the Waterfront, and even though it's under a lot of scrutiny right now, Lost Tango and Paris, I'm not going to get too much into that, but I do think that those were Brando's best performance. So On the Waterfront. And what's great about this is, if you ever take a film class, or if you have to take a literature class where you have to write something on a film, Criterions are great because they come with so many bonus features. And I remember for my film class I took, I had to write what I thought was the best movie ever made, and I did it on the Waterfront. And luckily, because of all the little extras in here, including the booklets and stuff, I was able to fully write an essay on it and cite all my sources. So there's that. I'm going to be doing a review on this one. It's The Leopard by Luchino Visconti, and I really, really like. I'm going to rewatch it though, because I've seen it both in Italian and in English, and it's just so long, and it's been a while since I've seen it, so I feel like I can't give a proper review on it just going based on my memory. So I have seen it. I love the costume design and I love the set design. I think it's breathtaking. And I think it's pretty incredible that they were able to make a movie, you know, it's like shoot everything in English first, and then after English things are done, then shoot Italian. I think that was a very risky move on Visconti, but I think it actually paid off. So The Leopard. And it's a mad world. I have not done a review on this, but I have seen it. I saw it a long time ago when I was much younger, when I was probably around 13, and I really enjoyed it. It's very kooky. I will most certainly be watching this again soon, and I will be reviewing this soon. So there's that. By the way, expect reviews on all of these, especially the ones I have not seen. Of course, it'll take time. I'm not going to be able to do all of them within the next month or even 6 months, because there's definitely more than 40 films I have, so that's going to take a while. World on Water. I love World on Water. I did a review on it. This is probably one of my favorites. I'm going to set it aside because That and On the Waterfront, I'm gonna set aside because those are just two of my favorites. But World on Wire, if you like The Matrix, watch this. This is like the OG German Matrix, but I think better. I like this a lot more. Definitely slow. I know it's broken into 2 parts, or at least it was on Hulu, which is kind of sad that Hulu doesn't have Criterions anymore. But film show, you know, that whole thing. So yeah, World on a Wire by Rainier Werner Fassbinder. Great film. Great, not only directing, but great visuals. Like, I think it's the cafe and like the buildings and stuff like that are very odd, and it's like a neo 1970s Germany, if that makes any sense. But I really enjoyed that. Vivre Sa Vie, I really enjoyed. This was my first French New Wave film I've ever saw. Vivre Sa Vie is great. I love Vivre Sa Vie. Like, you know, common with whole film, it's a little slow, but other than that, I loved it. I loved the ending. It was such a surprise. The directing, and I really like Anna, I believe you pronounce it Anna Karina? Not Anna Karenina. Yeah, Anna Karina. And I thought it was a great film. Red Desert, I'm going to be watching this soon. And soon by, probably the next few days, I will be watching this, because I promised on my Instagram I'd do a review on it. And Red Desert, I'm a big fan of Michelangelo Antonioni, and I do like Monica Vitti. So yeah, I really liked her in Eclipse. So yeah, so I will be watching this soon. Oh, I said I was gonna do the films I have seen first. So let's stick with the plan here. So the next one I have, Purple Noon. This was my first Criterion. I started collecting Criterions when I was 14 or 15, so it's been a while. Really love this, and I'd overall say this was like my first foreign film. I was really drawn into it. I was really interested in it. Ain't gonna lie, I thought Alain Delon was a cutie, but yeah, I really like this. It's the original The Talented Mr. Ripley, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the acting in it, and I thought it had a really great plot. So I'm gonna put that. La Dolce Vita. This was my first Italian movie I've ever seen. Big fan of it. Love the scenes. Big fan of Federico Fellini. Although this is not my favorite Federico Fellini film, I do have it in the pile here. But I did really enjoy this. I thought it was so glamorous, but at the same time a little bit, not corny, but a little bit out there. And that's why I really like Fellini films, especially with the acting. The acting is so out there, but I really enjoy it. Valley of the Dolls. This is like my guilty pleasure. This is just one of those campy, they call it, films. But I love the costumes, I love the set, love the directing, and my favorite character and I read both Valley of the Dolls and the sequel to it, Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, because I am a big fan of it, Jacqueline Suzanne. And my favorite, hands down, Neely O'Hara, portrayed by Patty Duke. No one could have played Neely O'Hara as great as Patty Duke did. And I loved her dialogue. I loved how harsh she was. And she was just, you know, honestly, if I could say like my favorite female character in a movie, I have to say Neely O'Hara. I have not seen that. Scanners. And let's just take a moment to appreciate the art cover on this, especially when you open it here and on the back. Scanners was one of those like films, I saw it and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. And from like the first minute, I was like, this is cool. So I really like Scanners a lot. I thought it's interesting, and I think the special effects in this movie, excellent, really excellent. Especially like with the veins popping up all over. Ugh, that was good. It was really good. I have Le Samurai. Now I have the, this isn't the Blu-ray or a new version. This is the old version of Le Samurai. Did they redo it on Blu-ray? Not too sure. But Le Samurai, I really love this film. I did a video review on it, and I think it's so great. I loved the, you know, Alain Delon. He's one of my favorite foreign film actors, and he just plays this suave but emotionless character, and he's really good at playing either really suave and really charismatic or really emotionless and you can't really read him. I like that about him. I think that really diversifies him as an actor. But I really enjoyed this, and Le Samurai is just, it's a great film. I really recommend it. And I'm really big, I love looking at like artistically pleasing sets and the bar slash cafe slash jazz club that they had in this movie was beautiful. Now let's see. Il Sorpasso, I also did a video review on this, directed by Dina Risi, and I messed up when I was doing my review. I messed up on the name, and I pronounced it, Jean-Louis Tricanat. I did not know how to pronounce it, but thanks to a friend I know, shout out to London, he told me it's pronounced Jean-Louis Tricanat. I'm not a French speaker, but I believe I'm saying that somewhat right. But I really like this. I really liked Victoria Gassman. Probably am pronouncing that wrong too, but really great film, and because of it, I want to look for more Victoria Gassman films. So there's that. Badlands, my first Terrence Malick film. Usually, The Thin Red Line is everyone's, but this is my first. I really like it. Thought the acting was great. Thought it was like a 1970s version of Bonnie and Clyde, and it's really cool. And yeah, I really liked it. I also didn't do a video review, but I did do a Instagram review. Alright, The Fugitive Kind. This was one of only Brando's movie where he is outshined by his co-stars, Anna Magnani and Joanne Woodward. Joanne Woodward, yes. And because of this, as soon as I saw it, Anna Magnani, she is one of my top favorite actresses. I loved her performance. I love how dramatic she gets. And I thought this was really great. Like I said, it was one of the only movies I've ever seen with Brando where, you know, his co-stars took, you know, over, and it was just fantastic. I'm a big fan of Tennessee Williams. I love all of Tennessee Williams' work. And so I think this is a great, great movie. Brando's still good in it, by the way, but still, I believe he is outshined by Anna Magnani and Joanne Woodward. Alright, so I have Ministry of Fear. I'm a big fan of Fritz Lang because I saw Metropolis several years ago, and I was blown away by how cool it was and how, I'm overusing the word cool, but just how incredible it was. Just the sets and everything. I love sets. I love looking at sets. I think that's a big characteristic in films for me, towards my gravitation towards it. But Ministry of Fear, the directing in this, the infamous seance scene was so well filmed. I think this is one of those movies where if you want to become a director, or if you want to make your own film and you want to make dark, noir, or drama films, you've got to watch this movie. Not to copy its style, but to get inspiration from this. I'm going to put it in my favorites pile. Okay, so let's see. Then I have 8.5. This is my favorite Federico Fellini film, and I love everything about it. I love everything. Great writing, great directing, and great acting, as per every other Fellini film. And I love the plot. You know, it's about a director who doesn't know what to do, so he makes a film about a director who doesn't know what to do, and I think that's really interesting and really cool. And one of my favorite scenes is when, what's his name? Guido, the character Guido, is played by Marcello Mastroianni. He is in the baths, the steam rooms, and like they're going from like one actor to the other, and Guido is getting overwhelmed by all the people trying to talk to him. So this is definitely one of my favorites. But yeah, that steam room scene is a great filming, it's just a great scene. I think it has great filming. The next one is Fist in the Pockets. I looked at it and I was like, is Marlon Brando an Italian film? Because you gotta admit, this does somewhat look like Brando, and people have called him Italian Marlon Brando. This I really liked. I know back in the day when this came out, everyone hated it because, in Italian culture, matricide is one of the worst things you can do. I mean, in most cultures, but in Italian cultures, it's like, whoa. So I really liked, it doesn't celebrate matricide, but it kind of shows, the happiness these kids do when they commit matricide. So I think it's a really, definitely not a showstopper, but definitely a pivotal point in Italian history with this movie. Really enjoyed that. Okay, let's see. So I think we're about to get into the films I have not seen. Nope, wait, here's one. Jeanne Dielman, 23, Quai du Commerce, 1080 Brussels. Wow, that's a long title, and it's a long movie by Chantal Akerman, but nonetheless, it is a good film. I've never seen a film pretty much almost entirely where it's shot in real time, and I think it's great. I think it's a bizarre plot, you know. It took me a while to fully understand, and it did take some research to understand, but I do think this is great directing, and I do think that there needs to be more films shot in real time. Not necessarily, Chantal Akerman picked out a lot of scenes shot in real time that I necessarily wouldn't, but nonetheless, I thought it was, you know, pretty innovative, long film, but overall still a very good movie. Alright, now we are getting into the films I have never seen before. I'm going to go through these pretty quick because I'm already at 16 minutes in this video, but I'm going to list all the movies, or try to list all the movies, that I have down in the little box at the bottom. So these are all the movies now I have not seen. So here we go. I have Bitter Rice, The Last Emperor, Hiroshima Mon Amour. I have seen little clips of it, and I love the music in here, from what I've seen. Roberto Rossellini's War Trilogy, so this contains Rome, Open City, Paisan, I believe is how you pronounce it, and Germany Year Zero. I also have Blue, White, and Red, the Three Colors Trilogy by, I'm so going to botch this name, but Krzysztof Kieslowski? Hopefully I did that right, but I've heard nothing but good things about this trilogy, so we'll be seeing that soon. And just a little tidbit, one thing I love about Criterions, I love reading and I love learning like behind the scenes and more history about the film that I'm watching. So the fact that Criterions include these little thick booklets, I really love, and I think that's what makes Criterions worth the money. So I have Kiss Me Deadly, I have Mama Roma, I Knew Her Well, Summer Interlude. Oh, this is broken. I can't fix that if I broke it. I don't know how, but The Great Beauty. I heard this is like a modern day La Dolce Vita, so I'm definitely excited to see this. Eyes Without a Face, Band of Outsiders, La Notte, Robinson Crusoe on Mars. I have seen clips of this, and I am very surprised that this is not talked about more, because just based off the special effects and the overall set design, I am very surprised that a lot more people, especially science fiction lovers, apparently your Star Wars, your Star Trek lovers, don't mention this film. So 12 Angry Men, Senso by Luciano Visconti. I have Blowout, Diabolique. I have A Special Day. It's hard to see because I still even have the shrink wrap on it, so that's how you know I have not looked through it. I have Persona by Ingmar Bergman. I have Breathless by Jean-Luc Godard. The Sweet Smell of Success. Mulholland Drive. Mulholland? Big fan of David Lynch, though. La Ventura. Le Silence De La Mer. I'm pronouncing it with a Spanish accent. Do not know why. Made in the U.S.A. Red Desert, as I mentioned earlier. Dillinger is Dead. And God Created Woman. La Notte Bianche. Bianchi. The Vanishing. And then I have the big Jacques Demy bundle, which has Une Chambre En Ville. I am botching these names, I am so sorry. Donkey Skin, The Young Girls of Rochefort, Lola, The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, and Bay of Angels. And that is all the Criterions I have. Like I said, I do have a lot that I have not seen, but I will be seeing all of them eventually. And I am still collecting, as I'm looking so forward Christmas time to either getting myself or hopefully receiving the newest Marlon Brando one. As I said, I am a big Marlon Brando fan. So yeah, my favorites, I would have to say out of these 4, I'm probably going to have to rank 8.5 number 1. So 8.5, World on a Wire. And honestly, for me, On the Waterfront would be 3rd, and Ministry of Fear would be 4th. So these, I would say, are my top 4. Let me angle this better. So once again, that's Ministry of Fear, On the Waterfront, World on a Wire, and 8.5 are my top 4 Criterions. So keep watching on my, watch out for my Instagram, because I will definitely be posting more reviews soon, especially since I am on break. So yeah, so that is it. I would love to take any comments on any of the films, things I should add to my collection, what you think about my top 4, and well, let's make it a top 5. Top 5, Valley of the Dolls. I'm gonna throw Valley of the Dolls in there because I just love that movie. So yeah, those are my top 5. It's under a pile. I'm not gonna even try to get it right now. So yeah, just comment on what you think, your thoughts. If any of you guys have links to your collection, I'd love to see. So just paste that in the comments and just let me know what you want to see from my channel. I am definitely striving to make more videos in the future. So I hope all you guys are well, and I will see you guys soon. Take care.